Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. God has given us unlimited treasures in His Word. Every time we open it, we can discover a new treasure or admire an old one. What will we find today? Here's Carla Early with Treasure Hunt in the Word.
As a young mom, I read lots of books and internet articles about parenting. I wanted to do it right. If I had a recurring problem, I'd read up on how to solve it, try different advice, and see what worked for me. At one point, we were having problems with meltdowns, mine and my daughter's. I couldn't get her to do anything I wanted. If she knew I wanted her to do something, all I got from her were no's and screams if I made her do it. That obviously was not sustainable. The advice I found suggested to give the child choices of two things. Instead of a command like, "It's time to go, let's get your shoes on," I tried, "It's time to go, would you like to wear your brown shoes or your white sandals?" Inevitably, though, my daughter would choose her purple winter boots, even if it was 90 degrees outside. But the advice also said to choose your battles, so unless it was Sunday morning for church, I allowed the purple boots, just so she was putting them on and voluntarily going with me instead of kicking and screaming. We all respond better to choices than commands. Not too many choices as to be overwhelming, but enough so that we don't feel like we're under someone's thumb. Maybe Abram read the same advice on Google, though I doubt it. But when it came to the difficult decision of separating from Lot, he didn't just tell his nephew to go. He gave him a choice. He said, "If you go right, I'll go left. If you go left, I'll go right." Now, Abram most likely figured that Lot would choose the green land of the plain of Jordan, but he gave Lot the choice so that they would have no arguments between them and they could separate amicably. Lot looked around. Let's see, west, barren and rocky. East, lush and green. Not much to think about here. But notice where he was looking. His eyes were on the landscape and what he could get out of it, not on the people there, and definitely not on God. If he had gone beyond looks, he would have seen the barren wickedness of the people's heart that made it dangerous for him and for his soul. But all he saw were rocks and grass. To him, the choice was black and white, but that's because he was spiritually colorblind. In Genesis 13:10 through 13, it says, "Lot lifted up his eyes and saw all the plain of Jordan, that it was well watered everywhere, like the garden of the Lord, like the land of Egypt as you go to Zoar." Then Lot chose for himself the plain of Jordan, and Lot journeyed east, and they separated from each other. Abram dwelt in the land of Canaan, and Lot dwelt in the cities of the plain, and pitched his tent even as far as Sodom. But the men of Sodom were exceedingly wicked and sinful against the Lord. What Lot didn't know was going to hurt him. When have you made a decision based on what looks good without consulting God? How has that worked out for you? Have you ever asked God before finalizing a decision and He overruled your common sense logic in some situation? How did that work out?
You can contact us at treasurehuntintheword@gmail.com. We'd love to hear the treasures God has given you through His Word. You can listen to other episodes on our website, which you can find in the description below. Thank you for listening, and remember, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.